Hello everybody and welcome to another tips and tricks video. Today I thought we would look at omnidirectional beams. So now this one might be a two-part video. I might add another video onto this series or this particular topic as we go on, as more omnidirectional beams and stuff come into effect. I'm just gonna open up these boxes to clear my inventory space while we're talking. So when it comes to the omnidirectional beams, there are three groups in question, or that comes to mind. The first one, I'm going to talk about this one firstly because it is an independent one, is the Borg cutting beam, and you can get, or the kinetic cutting beam from the Omega reputation. The reason I'm going to count this separately as the other ones is mostly because it can be equipped with the other two groups. So you can have a total, basically, of three optional or three omnidirectional beams, or two, including the cutting beam. Now, the downside to the cutting beam is, even though it is technically a beam, it doesn't get affected by other firing modes. So if you have a beam overload, it doesn't get affected. If you have a fire wheel, it doesn't get affected. So this could be a problem when you're doing some DPS runs. That yes, it will fire and it will do damage, but it won't do as much damage under those firing modes. It won't do any damage under those firing modes because the firing modes don't affect it. So the other two groups are what I refer to myself as a mission group, right? And those ones you can get from the missions, you can get from the reputations. I think there's another. I think there's mostly the reputations and the and missions and lobby store. So that's another option. So your second group is your crafted section, okay, which also includes the lockbox omnidirectionals. So for example, we have the ancient omnidirectional anti-proton beam, which is from a mission, okay, that comes from the Sphere of Influence mission with Lieutenant Worf, I believe it was, or Ambassador Worf, I should apologize for that. And the other one I'm talking about is, for example, is the pulse phaser beam array, which also comes from a lockbox. So with that in mind, I could equip both of these on my ship at the same time. If I have, for example, the pulse phaser and a actual crafted one, I won't be able to put them both in. They'll basically replace each other, basically, right? From the same group. Now the thing is, these are affected by your firing modes, so you will get a beam overload, you'll get a fire wheel out of them. In some of them, some kind of cases, some of the ones have basically the same thing in two different groups. For example, the Baul anti-proton omni beams, they have one both from a lockbox and from the lobby store. So you could grab both and put them both on your ship and have your anti-proton omnis both in there. So that is something to keep in mind. And having said that, there is another group that I wish to talk about. I just remembered it off the top of my head. But the other group would be shuttlecrafts. Most of the shuttlecrafts today come with a special shuttle omni array, if you will. Those are very specific to shuttlecrafts. You can't take them off your shuttlecraft and put them on your regular ship. It's not meant for it. Okay? So that is basically it for the omnidirectionals. There isn't really too much to go into, although there is a variety of different types out there, from omnidirection, that's what we're talking about. From anti-proton to plasma to assimilated plasma. World's your oyster. You know, there's tons of them out there, but they all basically function the same way. They all give you the 360-degree firing arc, which is very, very important for if you have a really slow turning ship. So with that in mind, guys, I hope you find this video very enlightening for your endeavors in Star Trek Online, and I hope this finds you well. So with that in mind, thank you for joining me today. Be safe, wash your hands, wear your masks, and we'll see you next time.